Вот очнется.
Time to fight. Fighting over.
Здесь следующий уровень. Так, мне сейчас будет нужен... Все на взрывчатку ставим. Да. Хорошо. Бартер 90. Готово. Где там еще? Вон он ползет.
Bad guys dealt with. I bet no one has ever been as unnoticed as me.
Не надо пока. Все обобрал. Ага, вон еще. Я ж помню, здесь где-то должны быть припасы. Вы думаете, что я беру пустые бутылки? Всего 2 крышки стоят. На самом деле это не 2 крышки. Если кто внимательно смотрел тот видео, я показывал. На самом деле это 17 крышек. Вернее 20. Ну, если 100% брать, то 20 крышек. Но на самом деле 17. Вот что я возвращаюсь на большую гору в свой дом, да, в умный дом свой. И там заправляю пустые бутылки чистой водой. Потом переправляю это дело на большую землю. Так, еще. И получаю прибыль. Ну, при желании. Есть.
There you are. You went quiet for a time. Knew killing the bear wouldn't prove easy. You and your machine. You survived. There's a lesson here in the divide. Old world history about paving and intentions could teach the Republic a thing or two, if they listened. They have an idea of trying to do what's right, never quite getting there. Maybe you've seen it, Neptune, elsewhere.
Так. Теперь давайте посмотрим, как лучше с ним разговаривать. Сейчас почитаю. Выбор фраз. Ага. Так, ты знаешь общий путь?
Yes, and any courier could tell you the same. See it everywhere. The bear. Bear's too busy carving up the Mojave with knives, roads, borders, and how things should be, to see how it is. They're stretched thin, can't protect their front lines, their towns. Think paper's power, radio means control. All of it useless. No matter now, Bear couldn't hold the divide. You and that machine are all that remains of NCR here. Rest fell to radiation, fire, and what burrows below.
Так. Ты имеешь в виду тех... А, вот, НКР. Нет, НКР не... А, вот это тоже интересно, кстати. НКР, те солдаты в Хауфиле, это же... НКРовцы, почему они объединились с регионом?
You see, true. Not scavengers. It's what they wore. Before this all happened. Pain makes for strange allies. The hate the bear and bull shared across the battlefield now turned against the divide. Few survived. Intact. Many NCR were already here when the destruction happened, keeping the route east open in fear of Caesar, fear of the Legion.
Так. Опять же, за НКР только получается.
The dam, that old world wall. The bear, NCR, couldn't be allowed to reach it easily. Long 15, Cayman, both bad enough. Kimball, Kaiser, House. You'd think the whole world was that wall, cutting the Colorado. If I'd never laid eyes on it, never spoke of it. But once found, it was all Caesar could see. That, and the flag beyond it, another symbol, big enough to challenge him. And the divide, one of the roads to it. Legion was tasked with cutting that artery. If you can't kill the bear in one stroke, bleed it, starve it. That kind of murder. It's what any of the Legion would have done. Now, the divide belongs to history.
Так. Те меченые в Хоуфиле, у некоторых странные маски и клинки. Мне такие раньше не встречались. В Хоуфиле мне попались твои записи.
The tapes. those would be found. You know the divide better than I thought. Had tech from the big empty. Recorder a woman gave me. Didn't survive the road on its last legs. Cast it and the tapes aside. Weren't worth the words anyway. Not like I'd forget what happened. If you heard them, nothing but ramblings, reminders for a man who doesn't need them. Probably more lying from here to the divide.
Красноречие 75. Ты бы не стал записывать эти сообщения, если бы они для тебя ничего не значили.
Maybe not. Who's to say? You, perhaps, found them, heard them after I cast them aside. Maybe there was purpose in that. If they matter, if history matters, we'll see at the end of the road.
Так. Те меченые в Хауфиле, у некоторых странные маски и клинки. Мне такие раньше не встречались.
They bear false versions of Legate Beneus's mask. The one Caesar fashioned for him. Thought it was an insult at first. No better now. It's shaped from divide metal, not with care and strength, but with hate. Keeps them anchored. Crude, effective, like the blades they carry. Distant mirrors of their legate. A symbol they can hold on to, while the divide tears at them. For the two-headed bear, NCR, they don't have symbols in the same way Legion does. They revere their mines and explosives, guns. That is their religion. Death from afar. Take pride in it.
Так. А что это за существа под землей?
Tunnelers. Predators that make their own roads beneath the ground here. Divide broke their sky, showed them the world above, and the scent of new prey. Be a slower death for the Mojave than bombs and fire, but they'll come before its people, from where they least expect, below.
Так. Ага. Попробуем выживание. Ну, здесь, в принципе, и то, и другое верно. Сначала выживание.
Death will come from below.
Все.
In the divide, need to watch the sky and the ground. Mojave will be easy prey for them. They'll start emerging throughout the Mojave in time. Might be years, probably less. They breed fast, hunt in groups, more than enough to bring down the strongest in the Mojave, once they draw blood. Seen them tear apart Deathclaws. Deathclaw might get some, but the rest will swarm it, tear it apart, like Denver hounds.
Ты был в Денвере? Это ведь территория легиона.
Mojave and the Divide are the only places I've walked. Walked the east, too, before the bull came. Then, much like the Mojave before the bear, tribes, towns, clutching to life. Bull did a better job.
Так. Если это верхняя дорога, то куда она ведет?
At the end of the high road lies Ashton, its silo. That machine I'm with you, it can open it, wake it up, like it did the one in Hopeville.
Восприятие 6. Ты питаешь ненависть к моему роботу, я слышу это в твоем голосе.
Hate? No. There's nothing to hate in metal, steel, gold, or platinum. Your machine, it's just a tool made of wreckage of the divide. All that was brought here.
Так. Мне не доводилось бывать здесь, по крайней мере, эта дорога мне не знакома.
Many in the Mojave think the divide's nothing but canyon and storm. Wasn't always. There was life. A town farther west. Not talking about an old world town like Hopeville. More recent. Something you saw in your lifetime. It had the name, the divide, too. But rather than cracks in the earth, it was a road from the west into the Mojave, a supply line. Took a courier to make that road. You. Back then, you saw the road with eyes facing east. This time, the divide's in the other direction. And if your eyes try to make sense of it when you reach it, home's not what it was.
Так. Так ты говоришь, что когда-то мне уже доводилось ходить этой дорогой в другом направлении?
All roads lead back to one's home. Not your birthplace, maybe, but home. Home isn't where you were born into this world. You taught me that. Part of your message, whether you meant it or not, can be a place of mind, a moment where you know who you are, the history of it, and they can be places you breathe life into. Never would have known the divide had it not been for you. The road you made with your tracks again and again. You were the only one willing to make the journey to and from here. A hard road. Kept the land before the divide alive through seasons, storms. Can't have been just a job. Was something more to you. Don't feel for a place that hard unless it's home.
Так. 2 из 6. Что-то я узнал. Да, вот второе самое правильное, по-моему. Но я выберу первое.
It means everything. Even if you deny it, cast it aside, that speaks to what you are, proves what happened here. It was you walking that road that kept the divide alive. It grew from what you did. Settlers, camps, filling that old world city. Chance for a new mission, new beginning, new way of thinking. Could have breathed new life into the Mojave, bridging east, west, like Hoover Dam. But not old world. Something you made. Road was a supply line.
Так, может быть, тебе стоит рассказать, что произошло?
NCR saw the worth in that road you made. Staked a claim, whether it was wanted there or not. True elsewhere in the Mojave. And where the bear tries to cling to life, the Legion comes, bearing messages. Some brought by blade, others by couriers. You knew what was coming, as sure as I know what's coming for you. This time you carry the burden. Walk west into the sun and keep walking until it dies. There, I'll be waiting. Вот такой вот персонаж.
Нормальный мужик, но сумасшедший действительно. Ага. А нас тут уже ждут. И ждут нас.
Ready? Ready.
Взгляд, как он восстанавливает.
Fighting over.
Так. 221 вес, да? Изуродованные внутренние органы. Кстати, они тоже нужны. Из них можно приготовить. Ну, это если этим самым заниматься каннибализмом, то тогда они нужны. А так они очень не нужны. Ранцевый заряд. Хорошо, хоть не взведен. Так, стоять. Сейчас нападение будет.
We haven't seen anybody in a while. Maybe the monsters have stealth suits too.
Интересно, почему я это не вижу. Помощь. Ну-ка примем. А, здесь же этот самый. Отлично, здесь же этот самый. Здесь же терминал армейского магазина. Супер. Сейчас мы быстренько все и продадим. Не отходя от кассы, что называется.
Don't you like me anymore?
А, продам. Сейчас. Мечтался. Ёлки-палки. В магазине тут денег нет. Какой туннельчика? По 18. Я уже не перегружу. Или еще перегружу. Ага. Тогда стоп запись. Сейчас я пойду разгружаться.